And we're back with Wrestling in Mom's Basement with the rest of the SmackDown 205 Live and NXT review for this week. Patrick Young, Joe Venuto. Joe, you at SmackDown.
Coming off what was supposed to be Jeff and Nakamura, but Nakamura was bitten by a police dog, a security dog, the night before at a live event.
It may be the most Nakamura story I've ever heard in my life.
I don't know why the dog bit him. I don't know if he thought Nakamura was on drugs. I'm not sure if he smelled something on him. I'm not sure why the dog attacked him while he was in the gym. I don't know why. They were doing the background, this arena check before they opened up the doors, and he was in the gym, I believe, in the arena, and the dog bit him. Anyway, the advertised Jeff Hardy Nakamura match did not happen for the United States Championship. As I used the Jeff Hardy Jumping Challenge, where Eric Young defeated him by disqualification.
Yeah. I thought the action between Eric Young and Jeff Hardy was a pretty good match for what we got. However, it was to do another WWE widely used trope of holla, 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 tag match plans.
After a rush start to the match, though, I will say that, they removed it a little too quick because a sloppy twist of fate segment for the commercial break.
Yeah.
After a rough rush start to the match, this turned out to be a solid bout. Young was legitimized in the eyes of those unfamiliar with his work, thanks to getting as much of offense in the match that he did. He dominated harder than only looked to be in jeopardy. And upon the finish, I have a feeling good what was in this. Up next, not the Hardy Boys, Jeff Hardy and the Usos defeated Sandy.
I thought the match itself was pretty good, but it's kind of almost the saying of the week. Well, for at least the two of the main shows. I just kind of had a different opinion of how they booked it. I'm not a big fan of Sanity losing their second weekend. I don't know how they probably could have gotten past it, because me and Joe talked about this earlier and sort of debated it back and forth, with Joe playing sort of the devil's advocate, and I thought you did bring out very good points.
I did use that point right there to close it.
Yeah.
Wish would have come in a moment.
But I'm not sure if I would have... I'm not sure if it's necessarily smart to book that match into that match that day.
That part of it.
Yeah.
I do think a lot of it had to do with a lot of SmackDown's roster.
Yeah.
Was on the point in Japan.
You probably could have advertised it for next week. Like have after the break, GM Page announces match next week. Hardy's, Usos versus Saturday.
Yeah.
That they could at least had more time with what they were planning to do with it. It was probably more reactionary than anything, and I think they chose a little poorly, essentially.
Yeah.
But still a decent match, though.
Yeah. Going back and watching it, because I'll give the main roster this. They gave us a lot of talking points this week, so whether they were good or confusing, or in Roll's case, bizarrely bad. There's a full-born middle of confusion. We're going back and watching it. Byron Saxon suggested that Sandy's quest to introduce Anarchy to SmackDown was only temporarily thwarted by their defeat here. So only temporarily. Now, I could take that as one of two ways. I could take it as it felt like a seed plan by Vince for Byron to say, backstage, like,
this loss won't mean much.
It's just for any complaints or concerns from the fans for the future of it. And it was literally a rush book segment because of Nakamura's injury going down.
Yeah.
What I say is interested in the date. We'll lose this match so close to their first appearance. So there's that. Now my other devil's advocate moment is they did protect our Young in the United States Championship match. In NXT, Killian Dane was pushed as the single star. So was Eric Young for a little bit. And Eric Young, Alexander Wolf, while good on his own right, was never really focused as much besides the team himself.
Yeah.
He was always the fourth member behind Killian, Nikki, and Eric. So he's the one that took the pin, so it doesn't hurt the main two. I guess they're playing up. Now, if Killian would have gotten pinned, I would have been a lot more pissed.
Yeah.
Or if Eric Young got pinned and they just went through protecting him.
Yeah.
I would be more pissed. But I did notice in this one they were pointing out SmackDown that Eric Young is the leader. No, I'm saying this. And NXT, I think they pointed out it was Eric Young's group, but they never made a focus that he was just the leader.
Yeah, they never.
So Eric Young,
never flat out said.
Eric Young's probably the one getting the singles push.
Yeah.
So for that, then in WWE's defense, it does make sense that management doesn't want Jeff. This is what we were talking about. I was referring to earlier. Jeff to lose when he's perceived as one of the biggest stars on the show, and he's one of the faces of SmackDown and the current United States champ. But on the flip side, beating him, superstar, one of the few superstars in WWE that's bulletproof in terms of his overness. Well, it meant a lot for Sandy now, as they tend to go with a new audience. So, it's more like a middle. If I had to grade the whole segment, it'd be like a B- because it was a vertical match. It was just a booking choice.
Yeah.
But if
I think they sort of. What happened was they got into a corner. And they essentially had to book themselves out.
And I guess it came out to which one was more important in the future.
Yeah, the United States champion or
Sandy beating a match they weren't supposed to have.
Yeah.
And you have Sandy wreck shit the next few weeks. Just like
the loss won't mean
the opposite of the revival situation.
Yeah.
Their win should be something. Sandy has a deep tie division to play around with. And if you think about it like this too, I don't point my nose. It's not like they didn't lose to tag team specialists.
That's true, yeah.
If they lost to the team of like Jeff and two random baby faces that came out to help him, like Ty Dillinger and Sakara. Or R-Truth, like that. I'll use the people you named, the 3 low cars. Then we will have another. Then there's another situation.
Yeah.
So we see also one of the greatest tag wrestlers of all time and one of the greatest tag teams of all time. So
yeah.
Up next, Becky Lynch defeated Sonya Deville.
Again, I thought the match was very good. I do kind of bring up a question with. They do seem like they're trying to at least do something with Sonya Deville.
Right. I don't get to make her tap in every single match she's in, though.
Yeah. Especially with Becky.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if she's had a singles match with Charlotte yet.
No.
I think she also did it with Asuka, didn't she tap out before? With Asuka?
Yeah.
Yeah, if they're trying to get her over as the MMA specialist or like that sort of character, I'm not sure having her tap out is such the best idea. Yeah, you do have Mandy there, and she did distract her and got her in that position.
Yeah.
But I don't think she should be tapping.
No,
you can usually have Becky roll her up.
Right.
And Becky gets the win. And if they're doing what I think they're doing, trying to split up the remnants of Absolution.
Well, I actually, that's what I was going to write down. I was hoping they would do that, because I think they both have improved on a time main roster, but I think they're both also holding each other back.
Yeah.
From improvement, because their characters all mix well without Paige. Yeah. I know they're best friends in real life, and they live together, I believe. But I mean, they're not like...
Their characters don't really
like a sexual goddess and Sonya's MMA fighter.
Yeah.
I would turn Sonya face probably soon. They're gonna taste away the only legit heel though.
I would just go full Ken Shamrock. I've said it before and I'll say it 1,000 times. I would go full Ken Shamrock with her. I would have her belly to belly rats.
I would have
and no, it's different from what I said for Bayley.
I would probably have kept them separate. I would probably just have moved Sonya or Mandy to SmackDown.
Yeah.
Actually, would probably kept Sonya. Moved Sonya. Kept Mandy. I actually would put Mandy with Goldust. Have him be her mentor, because I thought out of those Mixed Match Challenge peers, they were one of the peers that really had chemistry.
Yeah.
That could have did more with. Yeah, there was a ton in the match, but it was still good. Decent enough. With that said,
it probably would have fit too, because she's going by the golden.
Oh gosh, yeah. So yeah. With that said, it's minus the fusion or tap. Sonya does continue to improve with every match.
Yeah. And
will be a star if and when they push the machine behind her.
Mm-hmm.
Becky though continues to win matches, and that's why I'm not too upset. and they're disappointed last year, and finally appears to be en route to a push.
Yeah, with Becky, I literally think they're keeping her strong or looking strong, because I think whenever they do Charlotte and Asuka, the next Charlotte and Asuka match, whoever comes out of that with the belt, because I do believe that's going to be with the belt, their next contender is going to be Becky.
So you think Asuka won the championship at Extreme Rules?
I think so, yeah.
And you think it's Asuka Charlotte at SummerSlam?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the match I want. This will be here live.
But you can usually see like Carmella and Ellsworth versus Asuka at SummerSlam.
Right, I could take Asuka and Becky though too.
Yeah.
At SummerSlam, or a triple threat between the three.
And that's if Charlotte is ready to go for SummerSlam.
Get your boob fixed, girl.
Fix your boob.
So if not, we're gonna get Asuka and Becky then.
Yeah, fix your boob. I want to see you versus Asuka again.
Yeah, but Becky though, it does appear to be a push at her disappointing last year. And she's already one of the most underrated parent on the women's roster. She certainly has earned the push though on the strength of her performances alone. Up next, Ellsworth and Paige and go out on date.
Yeah. Ellsworth was shooting his shot.
Yeah.
Even though I think he's married with a kid. With 2 kids. Well, Paige has literally dated a married man with 2 kids before. 4 kids. Sorry, Paige, but you dated Del Rio. I did like the promo from Ellsworth. He always, for some reason, finds me to at least chuckle at what he does. That's probably why he's so brilliant with Carmella.
Yeah.
And I did like how Paige and Ellsworth did interact. I thought that was a little funny, haha. And I pretty much expected Ellsworth versus Asuka. I actually probably would put it on pay-per-view. I think. What would be a better Asuka? It would be better than Carmella.
Well, yeah. But at some point, well, actually,
I expected it Ellsworth and Carmella versus Asuka.
Actually, what I would have done was similar to A. Guerrero in China back in the day for the. I think 2000s back in the day now. For their college
18
championship,
years ago.
have Eddie.
There's adults who weren't even alive.
Have Eddie beat China for their college championship and a triple threat match. But I love how Ellsworth beat Carmella for the women's championship by accident. Like Asuka knocks him out.
And he falls
on top of Carmella for the win, and then Asuka and Ellsworth on pay-per-view won to that for the championship.
I literally just expected Asuka to kick both their heads off. Or Asuka literally pin Ellsworth. Because we knew she could beat Carmella.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
She's the only woman she's ever...
And literally have Carmella like bragging like she never actually lost the women's title. It was Ellsworth.
Or have Carmella go join Castle on point one. One or the other.
Well, I'm not say she's that worthless.
Okay, she's half worthless. She's like a 4 out of 10. Her worth's like a 4. To WWE. She could talk, that's it. And even then, it's like... ear was bleeding.
Yeah.
Ellsworth playing up the male supremacy stuff he did during his intergender work on the Independence scene was maybe a hint. I think it's coming from his character. Paige announced that he would battle Asuka next week, seems to confirm as much. He was good here, but I did think this could have been accomplished backstage and more of a quick vignette or a full in-ring promo to give more time to Becky and Sonya. And the main event, Daniel Bryan defeated Luke Harper by disqualification.
I really did like the main event. This was actually my match of the night. Again, it was just Luke Harper, who is a great worker, versus Daniel Bryan, who is probably one of the best workers of all time. And they just were and then they were just given 20-30 minutes to just go to town. Where I compared Raw's main event to this one, when we were talking about Raw's main event, Rowan gets involved, they start beating down Daniel Bryan. We're expecting a surprise, guess what? A surprise actually happens. Kane comes out. Excuse me. much to the shock of everybody. I don't think I definitely didn't expect it.
Honestly, it was the go up in the club after Brian was shown training with them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I thought was going to come out too. But we do get a surprise with Kane. Kane comes out and helps his former Team Hell No member. And Paige comes out and announces that it'll be Team Hell No versus the Bludgeon Brothers at Extreme Rules. So yeah, that was the actual surprise that to me delivered. It was booked sort of the same as Raw, but I think they actually delivered on a much better surprise.
2018 versus 16, right? Just to clarify now, if King came back on Raw, people would have been bitching. One markout moment to close out the show.
But he's with Daniel Bryan. It's people are allowed to mark out. Come on.
It's on SmackDown. I'm it.
It's on SmackDown.
There you go. That's the reason.
And it's with Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, that's an extra cherry on top.
No, because Kane went and interrupted Braun Strowman on Raw.
Oh yeah, because Braun and Kevin Owens was recreating Looney Tunes. It's so much fun.
Braun and Kevin Owens would be better. Or, I'm sorry, Braun and Kane would be better.
Well, they have a good angle in Philly. We're... By the way, Kane's a show hopper. He just hops.
Yeah. He's a John Cena.
While Mark that moment to close out the show, rarely does WWE surprise his fans, but Kane return and with former Team Hell No was a great surprise. Where at least Bryan's singles aspirations going forward is a mystery. By a time when he still gets his feedback under him following 3 years on the sideline, there are worse uses of him than a tag team where he will not be asked to do most of the work. And the match between Harper and Bryan was good for what it was. No, as I was not going to be remembered thanks to the ending. Yeah. But that's okay in this case. Move on to 205 Live. Churches out defeated Tony Nese to open up the show. For some reason, my 205 Live notes got messed up because I put them in all document and then when I carried them over, I can't get rid of the white space, the blue space. Watch.
Then hit the white. Go in there. No color.
I don't know.
Never mind.
So I don't know why I'm so very strong.
Yeah, you're as old as dirt anyway.
Thanks, first of all. Yeah.
It's old as dirt.
The whole string was smooth enough.
Well, anyway, for Nese and Tozawa, it was a good match. I'm a little confused. I kind of expected Nese to win and start at least get some momentum.
Because he's been
a former cruiserweight champion.
Because he's been with Buddy Murphy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm confused why he's on babyface. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe return babyface would work.
Yeah, I think he would work better as a babyface. I've seen a lot of indie shows, even in TNA, he worked face too.
Yeah.
But I was a little confused. Like they're having probably the strongest built cruiserweight they have right now, Buddy Murphy.
Yeah.
Have an alliance with Nese. Why would he stay with Nese if Nese has pretty much lost all the way up too, and continues to lose?
Right. Yeah.
So it's a little baffling. I probably actually would have given Nese the win here.
Mm-hmm.
Tozawa, he's a former cruiserweight champion. He can take a loss or two. But otherwise, I thought it was a solid match.
Yeah, Tozawa is one of those guys who's been around in the mid-card show. And he has actually done things significant minus to the 6-day Cruiserweight Championship run. So it's fine to keep him show like this, but it feels like he's on a treadmill.
Yeah. Just
like so many other people on the show. Actually, just like Tony Nese, for example.
Yeah. And he's been on a treadmill the whole time. He didn't have a push or a cruiserweight run.
That's why even the show's been way better than Raw. The new blood coming into the show is the more interesting aspects of the show.
Yeah. Like
Buddy Murphy and up next, Leo Rush made his debut and squashed his enhancement talent.
Yeah, I thought it was a great debut for Leo Rush.
Yeah.
I think he's actually what people expected the cruiserweights to be on 205 Live. Just very quick paced. He also seemed very comfortable with his character too.
Yeah.
We didn't. In Ring of Honor, you didn't really get much character work from Leo Rush.
Babyface.
Yeah, he was just babyface, quick wrestler that you'd love to watch wrestle. He actually may be the quickest worker I've ever seen in a ring.
Yeah.
But I think but he's definitely what people expect more of the cruiserweights. I expect him actually to go very far onto a 5 live.
Yeah, at first, because I forgot to do my intro to the show, I did pull up there. He has the talent. Him debuting could be a big deal. He has the talent, but this is the only place where he has any real chance, so I'll make it work. And it was an impressive debut and exactly how it should have been. I could easily see him as a contender. No, if he lost for Cedric, if Cedric's still champ. Because Cedric is moving into a feud with David Tommy now for Cruiserweight Championship. And Hidea's been riding some way with momentum, so Hidea might end up as champ. 2 guys that should be champs at some point this year now are fighting each other next week in a disqualification match. Buddy Murphy and Mustafa Ali.
Oh, yeah.
They're arguing the guys that have been having the best matches on the show, so with each other. In the main event, Drew Gulak, Brian Kendrick, and Gentleman Jack Gallagher defeated the Lucha House Party in a 6-man title match.
Altogether, this probably would have been my match of the week if it hadn't been for the match that happens on NXT, but I'll get to that later. I thought this match was very good. I did like I like how the match went down. I just like how it was booked very well, with Gulak eliminating the most out of them, because he's definitely the one they're strongest on. He's the one with momentum. I also liked how Kendrick, Gallagher, and Gulak all worked together very well. Maybe the one negative is I don't know why Kendrick was still out there to interfere in the match after being eliminated.
That's not my negative. Why was Graham Metal going in like a minute? Or 5 minutes?
Yeah, it's kind of an odd choice. But still, just I even love the final with Kalisto and Gulak. Again, it's my match night on 205 Live, and would be my favorite match of the weekend if it wasn't for NXT.
Yeah, the match was very good. My only thing was, holding back for me was, it didn't really tell us everything we didn't already know. The Lucha House Party is better as a team, but Gulak is better than any of the individual members.
Yeah.
Now, and he's firmly established himself as the ultimate submission expert. That's been established for weeks now. I said I almost said there's enough for one for these 6 to do together.
Yeah.
So they do need to move on starting next week.
Lucha House Party probably needs to find another trio to feud with.
The Elite could go for old shows.
Or, just grab a whole bunch of random cruiserweights you're not doing anything with. Ari Daivari, Tony Nese.
Oh, there's one I haven't seen in a while.
And I think Mark Andrews is on 205 Live.
Yeah, Simon Rogers still on 205 Live.
Yes.
For NXT, the full-out takeover of Chicago was felt good Wednesday night. As the Roberts would take NXT to, I guess, in Brooklyn, and must become more and more apparent to the fans. Ciampa stood up as the next contender out for Black NXT Championship. Kansas LeRae returned to televising ring action, and Undisputed Era results eventually lost the NXT Tag Team Championship to Tyler Bate and Trent Seven in the UK. First up was Aleister Black and Tommaso Ciampa's open promo.
I do like that they're moving Ciampa into another feud for the time being. Gargano and Ciampa clearly aren't done. And that's going to include the NXT title, which to me was set up here. I am definitely looking forward to a Ciampa Aleister match. And it also showed that Ciampa can be a complete dickhead to someone else that's not named Johnny Gargano. So I thought it was a good promo all around. I can give the typical negative of Aleister Black speaking, but I guess they need some way to set up a feud.
Ciampa interrupted Black and getting his head down Assassin's Champion, calling the question whether he is actually adding to the prestige of the title or rely on it to heighten his credibility as an intrigue angle take. With this one, Ciampa easily could claim contendership by winning his victory over Gargano, but the writers went a different direction and will help elevate their quality of the program.
Yeah.
As a result. Up next, Kona Reeves squash and handshake.
Yeah, it was a squash match. I'm still not sold on Kona Reeves whatsoever. I think he has a great look in his ring entrance. With the white jacket, the sunglasses, and the jewelry. I think that's a good look. However, he takes all that stuff off and he kind of looks like a CAW to me. And he also doesn't do anything where he stands out as character-wise, where you go, okay, that made impression on me. That's going to stick with me. Even when I wasn't sure about Velveteen, he still did things like that, where like, okay, that's what Velveteen is. Kona Reeves doesn't stick out to me like that.
Yeah, squash matches work in today's wrestling landscape when the superstars doing the squash should have a high-impact offense. That makes it fun to watch the lesser quality opponent get demolished. Reeves does not have that offensive skill set.
No.
He's not a terribly polished wrestler. As his finisher, as I told you this morning, is about as dynamic as a Bobby Lashley promo.
Well, there is one thing that would stick with me. It's his very literal theme song. Like, the only thing I know about him is he likes the finest things. And literally, that's his theme song. I like the finer things, the finer things. It's literally like that.
Yeah,
it's his very little theme song. But other than that, I don't really get anything from him.
It's not working.
Yeah.
The only way Reeves stays a chance to get over with the audience is if he works with established talent and grows as a performer.
Yeah.
Up next, Kansas LeRae defeat Lacey Evans.
Candice LeRae, I think, gets her first singles match as a part of NXT. Her singles win.
First singles win, yeah. Her second singles win.
Her second singles win.
She beats Zelina.
That's for yeah.
And she lost to Bianca.
Okay. Yeah. Again, it was a really good match from the two. Lacey is really stepping up her game. And Kansas, they're putting her in a spot where she's getting separated from the Gargano Ciampa feud. I expect her to be a contender, definitely by TakeOver Phoenix or
John.
Yeah, I expect it by then. Probably, I'll say Kyrie gets the rub off if Shayna. It's Kyrie and Kansas and Phoenix. That's my best guess. But I think Kansas, she's getting definitely built up to something off this point. And to boot, I think she may have the best moonsault from anyone I've ever seen.
I agree with that. And it's Kansas and Kyrie and Phoenix. Kyrie's beating Shayna, I'm pretty sure of that.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure Shayna's going to call up by November. Bianca is going to win from Kyrie and Phoenix. Kansas is facing Bianca and TakeOver Brooklyn next year in April.
Okay.
That's your match.
That's your hot take.
Yeah, Kyrie beats Shayna at Brooklyn. Maybe Shayna gets a rematch. Or at TakeOver LA.
Yeah.
Or Shayna gets a rematch at the Tapers and she's called up in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
It might be called up in Brooklyn. She's 37 years old, doesn't she?
Yeah.
She's already better than look at the champs are down the main roster. And plus Shayna should be on SmackDown anyway. They could use a kill like that.
Yeah. An ass kicker, yeah.
Yeah, or not supposed to be Ron this bitch on the roll stuff.
That's true, yeah.
You build up that. And then the other thing is, yeah, Kyrie beats whoever in LA. Lacey. And Bianca beats Kyrie and TakeOver Phoenix. And of course, so we're all acting stupid here and acting like Io Shirai's not coming in. Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
So somebody in that set of people aren't getting title shot.
Yeah.
And TakeOver Brooklyn. But Bianca's a women's champion in the next few months.
Okay.
Well, have you seen the woman?
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about being better than both women's champions. She's been in business for 2 years. Alexa could wrestle her way out and pay her back. Carmella will lose to pay her back.
I don't know who he was with. I don't know who he was debating with there. Do you?
Well, you looked at me like I was dumb, so I said Bianca's better than Alexa. Carmella.
No, I was just looking at you to continue.
And for Kansas, she's one of the toughest wrestlers on the roster too. We've seen her anywhere. Male or female match like this, where she fights her underneath. And puts that on display is going to endear her to fans. Lacey continues to improve with her past the week, and to the point that if she's not called to the main roster too soon, because she has a good look for her, she'll be holding gold within the next year or two for the Women's Championship. And it was a solid match. I saw Kansas building momentum. And in the main event of NXT, the Undisputed Era defeated Ricochet Mustache Mountain, which that'll be good to talk about with the UK tournament, since the Undisputed Era Mustache Mountain, where he's part of that.
Yes.
So, in the next video for that.
Right.
See you then.
See you.